Hey!
What's up, big?
Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Pokemon Sun and Moon video. Today we are joined by the one and only in the flesh, Operation Android.
Hey.
He's come over to visit, so we just thought it'd be a good idea to make like a bunch of videos as well. So today, we're going to talk about the new Alola forms, the evolution like leaks and stuff like that. So they're really interesting, and a lot of Pokemon that we've been looking at just like before this, to see if there was any clues or anything that like brought this idea all as one, I guess. So it sounds interesting, so give it a thumbs up right below, and let's get right into the video. So, recently we've just had brand new Pokemon forms revealed to us. The Alola forms, which is the Sandshrew, the Sandslash, the Vulpix, and the Ninetales, and the main boy himself, Young Palm Tree.
The Executor long neck.
Yo, that thing's so funny. I love it. I love it. But I wanted to know which was John's favorite one.
So my favorite one out of all of them probably has to be Ninetales. It looks like a majestic fox.
Yo, it looks a lot better.
It looks awesome. It kind of reminds me of Inuyasha. That's why I like it.
Weird. Definitely a weird. But yeah, like the Ninetales form looks absolutely perfect, like to what the other one looked like. But I really do like Vulpix and stuff like that. I'm not too fond of the Sandslash. I don't know why. But he still looks cool.
Sandshrew looks like he's wearing a helmet.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And like he just turned, like Sandslash just turns into Vegeta. He's like, whoa.
He went Super Saiyan.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's just Executors. I want to know your guys' thoughts on that down below. What is happening with Executor's neck? What is happening to that neck? I don't even know. But regarding that, my favorite one, I probably would say out of the two, well, out of the Ninetales and the Sandslash, I probably would go with Ninetales. It looks absolutely perfect. I hope that I can scoop one up when we get it. And it's an Ice Fairy as well, which is really cool, with the ability to Snowcloak as well. So these like new forms totally changing up the type from just like a standard Fire type to now it's Ice Fairy.
Crazy.
So it is really mad. But yeah, those are my favorites. So let me know down below in the comment section which is your favorites. Moving on to the leaks that has been shown to us, regarding...
Spoilers.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't want to see anything like this, then I'd recommend don't watching it. But we've had some, Littens, Poplios, and Rowlet's evolutions finally leaked to us. Well, supposedly this is what they're going to look like. And I don't even know who I like the most, to be honest. I actually like Poplio's evolution for some strange
crazy. I kind of like Rowlet's final evolution the most, and the reason that a lot of people think that these leaks are real is because in this leak there's a photo of one of the trial captains, the girl with the squiggly hair.
Oh yeah,
I forgot her name, but
I think it's Mallow. Yeah, she's leaked over in the in the bottom here.
She's in that little sketch, so why would she be there if that leak wasn't real?
Exactly.
So very likely.
But it's crazy, someone could have just predicted something like that, so I doubt, but I'd hope they're real. I wouldn't mind, I was just talking to John about it, and Litten's final evolution looks like a legendary Pokemon.
It's true.
Just how beastly it looks. It looks like something that could be legendary, but I don't know, I really like Poplio's final evolution.
Same.
I think it's just those should be weebs in general. I think that's what we live. But Rowlet's final evolution, I like it. It's got the little cape going on, he lifts his wing up. It's you want to buy any merch? You want to buy some guns?
Check it out.
Yeah, he's basically
check out the
like
links
that.
in the description, subscribe.
Pulls him up, he's got his little badges there. But I like Litten's is alright, but look what he's doing. He's carrying people in this leak.
Yeah, it's crazy. These photos are insane.
It's why would they draw that up? But no, I really like Poplio's as well. I think that's one of the best ones for me. But I don't know. I think, if it was to be confirmed, I guess then it would make sense for Poplio's final evolution to look like that. But if it's just weird that it just goes from a little blue thing to this thing with hair and everything now, so that's kind of weird. But moving on now, we have to talk about the trial captains. So as you guys know, there is no longer...
Capitan.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. There's no more gyms or anything like that in Pokemon Sun and Moon, so just like in previous games. But they have like these trials what you have to go to each island. So they have 4, and of course we have 4 islands in the Alola region. So they have Lana, which is a captain who is an expert with water-type Pokemon. She's dedicated to her family and is a reliable older sister who watches over her younger sisters. It's like, all right, she's kind of cool. I can see the like.
I kind of like her.
Yeah, she kind of reminds me of something like out of One Piece for some reason.
I hope she gives you a super rod.
Yo, exactly. She got the.
Because I might give her the super.
Anyways, Captain Mallow is an expert with grass-type Pokemon. She loves cooking, but it seems sometimes her taste is a bit particular. She's kind of fine though. I'm not gonna lie. She's kind of thick. I can see it. Next up is specializing with electric type Pokemon. Captain, how the hell do you pronounce that?
Sophocles.
Sophocles is good with mechanics and has invented various machines. So he kind of reminds me of, who was the gym leader in...
Oh, in Lumiose.
In Lumiose. I forgot his name.
That kid.
Something like that. Clement. Yeah, Clement. He kind of reminds me of that with the... What are you doing?
I was thinking.
And the final guy that looks like Junkrat out of Overwatch is it Kawa?
Claw? I think it's Claw, but spelled
Claw?
really weird.
What the hell?
Yeah.
He's a captain whose expertise is fire-type Pokemon. Now, me and John were speaking about this, but it goes on to say, together with his Marowak, he studies the traditional dances that have been passed down through the Alola region.
Pause.
But he's the only one, like, within like all the trial captains that mention anything about Pokemon.
Exactly. So why would they do that? Why would they mention him alone? He has like a Marowak.
Exactly. So me and John, like, we were discussing, could he have like an Alola form Marowak, like a fire type?
A fire Marowak, because he specializes in fire types. They mentioned the Marowak. Alolan forms are going to be like the big thing of this game. So very possible we could have a fire type Marowak. Which honestly, if you start thinking about like the designs for a fire type Marowak,
I think it'd look insane.
Imagine a Marowak just on fire. Like,
exactly.
Instead of the skull, it's just like a fire mask. It's like what's that guy in Boku no Hero? Bakugo's not Bakugo. That his dad is the number 2 hero. The number 2 hero.
Oh. I don't know his name, I forgot, but yeah, I can see what the resemblance. I can see. He's like, could you imagine like Ghost Rider? Have you seen the film Ghost Rider? Could you imagine Marowak's skull on fire with a bone, just fire?
That'd be pretty sick.
That'd be pretty dope. But that's really interesting that they've replaced gyms. And if you guys don't know as well, there is now Z moves. Basically, these moves that you can use once per turn. It's
you gotta
it's got to do something like that. And then and then basically these can be used once per like battle. So a lot of people have been speculating have they replaced like Mega Evolutions and stuff like that. I don't know what my take would be on something like that. Replacing Mega Evolutions. I wouldn't be opposed to it, but then again, I'd like to see Pokemon with Mega Evolutions like from the Alola region.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Because it'd be weird if it was just like subjective just to X and Y and R.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They just like left that behind.
Exactly, and like they made a big thing about Mega Evolution. They made films and everything like that, and TV and like programs about it. So it'd be weird if they just dropped that out altogether. So I don't know. It's something interesting though. But there was like one final leak that the when it was talking about the forms.
Yeah, the same person that like leaked those photos of the forms also leaked more information.
Yeah, he talked about like Butterfree is going to get like a different typing?
A psychic type Alolan form.
Yeah, possibly could this change colours. So we found one on the Orange Islands Butterfree, just as an example, something like that. But I wouldn't be too mad, with like an orange, like just its wings and stuff like that.
Or the pink Butterfree from the first season.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that would be really nice. But we had a thought, like, even like, Crystal Onyx. Where did that idea come from? Could he have travelled from the Alola region? It says that in warm climates, their bodies like tend to crystallize up. But it's weird because they did like the Orange Islands and stuff like that. So.
Question: what type do you think the Crystal Onyx would be?
Ooh, I probably would go. It'd have to be ice, obviously, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, true.
Ice ground, maybe. Yeah, it's like they put Exeggutor as a dragon.
That was so fun.
Why? How? How could that, like, a lot of people have, like, based it off these trees that are, like, they've got, like, a dragon reference in their name.
Yeah.
But it's just, it's like, his like, details about him. The environment of the Alola region, when strong sunlight pours down all year round, brought about this change in Exeggutor's form. The people of Alola boast that the Alolan Exeggutor is a true form of Exeggutor. Unlike the other Exeggutor, the Alolan Exeggutor has a fourth head on its tail. The fourth head controls the tail independently and can take on opponents at the rear that can't be reached by the main head's attacks. I'm not surprised to be like,
oh,
like trying to attack.
But that neck can sometimes be a weakness.
Exactly. This Pokemon excels at whipping its long neck and lash to attack with its hard
Have you
head.
seen giraffes fighting?
No.
In my whip, that bit nasty. Bad bitch, but attitude nasty.
That's
But
what
I could
think
imagine
of.
that, something
yes,
like that.
Executor fighting like that.
It'd be like two sticks just... that'd be funny as hell. But that's all the time we have for in today's video. So let me know down below in the comment section what you think.
Theory.
Pause.
So we were introduced to that new little like rock Pokemon that starts with an M. I forgot its name.
M? I will look this up.
You just tweeted it. The photo.
Oh, true.
I forgot its name though.
Sun and Moon. So as John was saying, Minior is, I think that's how we're gonna like pronounce it. But you were trying to think of a theory.
Minior. So there's been like a theory floating around on the internet that Minior is the pre-evolution of two existing Pokemon that we already know of, and this Pokemon evolves Minior with stones. So a lot of people are thinking that with the Sunstone, Minior will evolve into Solrock, and with the Moonstone, Minior will evolve into Lunatone. Which kind of makes sense because of like just based on design alone, like that'd just be a cool concept. And Pokemon's like not a stranger to adding pre-evolutions later.
Yeah, exactly. And like the cool thing about this Pokemon as well, it changes its colouring as well inside it. And there was also the birds, you know, like the little birds that got revealed. They also changed their forms like on depending on which island you're on.
Yeah.
So Pokemon Sun and Moon definitely is going to be an interesting game. We'll bring more information as it comes out, but I'm really excited for it. So let me know down below in the comment section which is your Pokemon, you know, your favorite Pokemon that's been leaked. What do you think about the Alola forms? And all that jazz. If you guys want to keep up to date, be sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel, follow the Twitters, follow mine and John's Twitters to keep up to date what we're going to be doing here. We're going to be doing a bunch of videos, so expect to see his face here constantly, every day, every video, every second. With that being said, we'll catch you next time. Bye!